You basically chase the sun all year round.
Yeah, I try to. Last year there'd have been a few English guys that got paid north of £3 million for 6 weeks.
3 million
Yeah.
for 6 weeks.
Spot,
Is
take
it quite
your deal.
competitive then? Do people get dropped? Is there a high turnover of players?
Yeah, in and out of teams happens a lot.
So, Toby, we're going to be talking about life.
Yeah,
And you're going to try to tell me about cricket, basically.
sounds
Because I've
good.
heard you're pretty good at it.
I try.
You've been telling me this for years, but I keep seeing now on Instagram and that you're actually doing stuff that looks impressive.
Yeah, okay. Sounds about right.
So how many countries have you been to this year?
Oh, this year I was in Australia at the start of the year, then Sri Lanka on the way home, and then home for the summer. And then I did Dallas for a tournament just now, and then just got back from Miami, fly to Hong Kong tomorrow, and then Dubai for December. So there'll be a few this year.
That's quite impressive. So obviously, I've been cutting your hair since you were 16,
Yeah,
I think.
about then.
Yeah. And I used to take the piss. I didn't even know cricket's as big as it is. So you've shown me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But like, just talk about who do you play for? What does it entail?
So I'm contracted at Hampshire, so I play county cricket with Hampshire. That's throughout our English summer, so our season runs April through to September really. And then through the off season, you either train with Hampshire down in Southampton, or you try and get away basically somewhere sunny and play cricket through the winter. So I've done a few winters in Perth. I've done a training camp out in Dubai. And then things went really well in T20 for me this year for Hampshire, and then it leads to opportunities to play in sort of franchise cricket in tournaments
Yeah.
basically around the world. They tend to be the Southern Hemisphere, whenever it's not sunny in England, you try and find somewhere sunny to go and play.
That don't sound too bad.
No, it's all
You
right.
basically chase the sun all year round,
Yeah, I try to.
doing your hobby
Yeah,
as a full-time job.
yeah, pretty much.
That's
good.
That's pretty impressive. So like, obviously, I don't know much more than you're standing in a field
Yeah.
and walloping a ball.
Yeah.
What made it different from you? How did you get discovered to turn this into a career? Because enough people come through and play cricket. Now, enough of your
Yeah.
friends come in here and play cricket,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
none of them turned it into a job.
I don't really know. Mum's dad played when he was in England, obviously years ago. But I didn't really play when I was young. Most of the guys, like I play with now, started when they were 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, however old. I reckon I was 12 or so when I started playing.
Wow.
Just at the local village club in East Woody. My brother Miles he's 2 years older, so he'd have been 14, so playing under 15s maybe. And I just went to the winter training at 12 and played that summer and enjoyed it. And then I played through that. You sort of get like, I don't know, not scouted the word, but you get sort of put forward to have trials with Berkshire, which is like my local county. Berkshire are a minor county, so I went over and played under 14 cricket there and like did okay, but played age group cricket with them as well as playing at East Woody. And then at 15 there's this festival called the Bunbury Festival, which is you have four regions of England, so Southwest, London East, Midlands and the North.
Yeah.
So you get sort of put forward for trials. So I trialled for the Southwest and got into that sort of tournament. I think it's a week long. They still play it now. They've played it for years. They basically try and get the best 15-year-olds in England to come and play together. And then from that, Hampshire said, come and train with us as a professional county, Berkshire a minor county. So from then I sort of moved over and played a couple of years of age group cricket there.
How old were you when you first then got scouted to go play with them then?
15.
15.
So 15, I played Bunbury as that festival. And then after that, I started training with Hampshire. Did a couple of years training with them. And then when I was 17, I had quite a good year in like under 17 cricket and got added to the academy.
Yeah.
And it was sort of then really when you're like, you train with the pros and stuff, and then you're sort of like, oh, if things go well, I could make this into a career basically, rather than playing. I've always just played for fun. Until then, really, you're like, okay, I could make a job out of this if things go well and you work hard.
How old were you then when you worked out like this could be a job?
Oh, not till 16, 17, really. You always knew that, like, you dreamed to play cricket as a job, but until then, I got added onto the academy, and there's maybe 8 to 12 people on the academy between ages 18 and 15. And the stats are every year about one of those make it to their first professional contract.
Oh, wow.
So I was on the academy 2 years. So you've got 2 years, there's 2 people really that sign a rookie contract after that. So you've got to do better than everyone else on that academy in that group.
I guess where cricket's not as big of a sport as some others, it's actually harder to go pro because there's not as much of it going on.
500, between 500 and 600 pros in England.
Oh, wow.
So you have 18 first-class counties, and the staff, like the squad varies from like 18 to 22-ish at each county.
So it's still quite a young man's sport.
Yeah, the older guys in the sport will be playing at late 30s.
Yeah.
The thing with the different formats, so you can play 4-day cricket, T20 cricket, 50-over cricket.
Yeah.
As you get older, some people specialise in one.
Okay.
So then they only play half the games.
Okay.
So they don't then play the T20 and 50-over games. They only play 4-day games, which means you can prolong your career a little bit. The flip side to that is some guys go T20 only. So for Hampshire, we have 14 4-day games, 14 T20s, and 10 50-over games. That's our season.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so busy in the summer. But imagine if you only played the 4-day games.
Yeah.
Whenever I've got evening games or one-day games, you then have that time off.
So the career kind of slows up.
It can do, or it can go the other way of people go T20 only, and then all these tournaments that I'm sort of starting to play in now through the winter, you can, if you get really good and start getting picked up in everything, you can end up being away like the whole winter playing in these tournaments. There's guys that do that at 38, 40, if they're really good.
What's your goals? Like, do you intend to keep playing, or have you got goals outside of cricket?
Right now, it's just cricket. Play as much as I can, like for Hampshire and in franchise cricket. I've been lucky enough to get a couple of opportunities this winter to go away and play for these franchises. And then, get an opportunity to play for them. You get selected in the squads, and you have sort of squads of 20.
Yeah.
Obviously, the team's 11. So you've got to impress people there and get into the team. And then as a batter, my currency is scoring runs. The more runs I score, the more contracts you get and opportunities you get. So score as many runs as you can, and hopefully get opportunities there, performances there, then put you in good stead for down the line, national duties in England and that sort of stuff.
I've been seeing like there's a hell of a lot more money in cricket than I thought. After seeing your posts of like and they did it like match of the day cards or something with how much everyone's getting, like their contracts are. I'm seeing like guys, 250,000
you can
contracts and stuff.
You can earn a lot of money in cricket now. For these franchise tournaments, because I'm 23 and I've basically had one really good season in T20 cricket in Hampshire. I've done okay the last few years, but this year I did really well and I finished the leading run scorer in the T20 Blast, which is the English T20 comp. So off the back of that, you then get picked up in other things. And then, it takes a few performances in those competitions to then be high demand sort of thing. If you're high demand and a few teams want you, then most of these things are auctions. Yeah. So you put your reserve price in, and then...
So these lot are bidding on you?
Yeah, the teams are bidding on...
That's quite...
whoever pays the most gets you, basically. That's how most of them work. Some of them are done as a draft.
Where's the most money then? Like, where's the country everyone's aiming for?
The IPL in India is where guys get the most. Last year, there'd have been a few English guys that got paid north of £3 million for 6 weeks.
3 million for 6 weeks.
But that tournament's very sought after. Like the guys that are playing for England are the only guys that are getting picked up in that from England. It's like the top of the top. But yeah, they get, again, it's like timing. If they do well on TV playing for England the month leading up to the auction, then a few of the owners are going to want them, and money's sort of irrelevant over there. They'll pay whatever they want to get the players they need. Teams generally have like budgets, have purses.
Yeah.
So each team might have, I don't know, the 100, for example, in England, which is our franchise comp, which I played in August. This year, the purse was 1.2 million a team. So you've got to get 15 players with that.
Yeah.
Next year, the purse has gone to 2.1 million.
But how long are these? They're only short. So
3 or 4 weeks.
You get like 15, 20K, 10K for a few weeks work.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the 100, the minimum is 31 grand for 3 or 4 weeks.
31. You can't really moan about that. That's 10K a week.
Yeah. So the top pick in that was 200 grand this year. And you think next year the purse is doubled. So some people are going to get picked up at 300, 400 grand.
Is cricket just going up and up? Because I'm hearing more people interested in it, but I think the shift in sports changed.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'd say the coverage has got a lot better. So, for example, the 100 in England, how they get most of their money is Sky Sports by the broadcasting. And then in other countries, those big TV, the big sports channels, they buy it. Because more people want to watch it, it's in more demand, they can pay more.
Well, I've even had, what shocked me was when I had kids recognise you in my shop, like young kids.
Just around here.
Like,
you don't get that too often as cricketers, luckily.
There's a lot of, this is quite a wealthy area. We do have quite a lot of private school kids pass through it. But I've had more than one kid spot your shorts or your jacket in your face and all look fanboy over you. Like, when I was in school, I don't know, like, I didn't even...
Yeah, I still find it weird.
Really?
When people recognise you. It's not
Do you get it often?
No, not really. When you're at games or you've just played or whatever, you obviously go and sign for kids and they obviously all know who you are. They've just watched the game. I don't mind doing that. You have to go and... Because I remember being a kid and going to watch the games. Yeah,
because you're a super humble guy. Like, I can't see you dealing well with people like fanning over you.
No, I don't like it. But I remember being a kid going to watch the games and you take your little bat or your shirt to get signed. And you like wait after the games for your favourite player or whatever to come and sign your kit.
Yeah.
So I remember doing that as a kid. So then when you have kids waiting...
That's quite warming.
Yeah.
That is, like, I imagine
it takes 5 minutes out of your day,
feeling.
but it's sort of just the right thing to do.
Do you ever so it's not that fan basey, like you don't get recognised, but have you ever had anything really make you uncomfortable? Come on, there must have been at least one situation that was uncomfortable.
No, you get, like, I've had a few where you're out for dinner or something and someone recognises you and asks for a picture or stuff like that, but it's fine. It's like, it happens so little that generally it's okay.
I guess that's the perk. You can still make the money, but not everyone's going to know who you are.
Yeah, cricketers don't earn anywhere near what footballers or those sorts of people earn, but it's enough that you can make a decent living and live a pretty nice life. But yeah,
you get to see a lot of the world and you seem happy. Your job doesn't seem high stress. Like, it can be, obviously. I imagine training
it's performance based, so there's pressure on games, like, to do well, but no more than, if you don't do well, you get dropped. If you get dropped, then you can lose your contract, stuff like that. But that's sport. If you do well, you're going to get another contract. Teams are going to want you. That's just part and parcel of it. Like, I've had that since I was 17, really. Because if you don't do well, you don't get picked in the second team. If you don't do well in the second team, you're not going to get a professional contract. And then when you get a contract, you have to like get in the first team and do well there. Otherwise, there'll be a kid at 17 who's better than you, who will then take your spot.
Is it quite competitive then? Do people get dropped? Is there a high turnover of players?
Yeah, in and out of teams happens a lot. You sort of get, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 games as a batter, and if you don't do well, then you get dropped. By not doing well, I mean, if in 4 games you get the scores of 5, 10, 25 and 10, you might get dropped for someone that's just scored 200 in the second team.
Okay.
And they come in and you
That's
go to the second team.
Is there much comeback from it in cricket?
Yeah, you get dropped from the first team to the 2s, or out the team, and you just have to wait for another opportunity to come back in.
Oh, okay.
But if you, after a certain amount of time, if you've played X amount of games in the first team and your stats aren't good enough, then there'll be a kid who is coming through, or they'll sign someone from another county who's proven, or they think will do better than you. And then you can sort of work it out. There'll be...
There is a way to get back, but if you mess up for too long, then you're done.
If you have one bad year, you like, as long as you've got stats behind you that you've done well previously, you can come back the next year and do well. But if your contract's only 2 years long and you do badly after the first year, they're not going to offer you an extension, which means you go into your last year of contract. And then like the pressures, if you don't do well, then they can just release you without offering you another deal. There's obviously other clubs that could sign you.
Where is the smaller sport? I imagine it's less so. Where you hear footballers, they can kind of flop their career and then still stay professional.
No, there's Division 1, Division 2 in county cricket, but it's still like Division 2 teams still play. The T20 format is north and south, so it's not divisions. So you still have, they still play against all the top counties. It's just the 4-day games they play in Division 2 and try and get promoted to Division 1. And the top 2 in Division 1 get relegated each year. So there's movement within those divisions. It's not like football, you've got Premier League and then League 1, and there's a big difference. Yeah. It's
there's a lot of it. It seems just a bit smaller, a bit more close community in cricket.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like, enough about cricket now.
Yeah.
You've explained cricket for dummies for me and everyone else.
Yeah.
But like, okay, this is when I ask barbers when I talk to them.
Go on.
You have a long, stressful day. You're on your feet. You're working out.
Yeah.
What are you cooking when you go home?
Hopefully Molly's there, my girlfriend. She can cook.
Well, I know she's not always there.
So she's home now, which is nice. Yeah, so she works on a cruise ship, so she's away a lot. A lot of the time we're away. So home games, you obviously stay at home, but 50% of our games are away. So 50% of the summer we're in hotels.
So you're never cooking, really?
No.
Can you?
I'm okay.
You can cook?
I can cook to keep me alive.
See, I love cooking, so to me...
No, I'm fine.
I'm fine, I survived. You haven't died yet.
No. But a lot of the time, if we have a game at the ground, you get food at the ground. We have a chef for us. Okay. So a 4-day game... You don't
kind of get pampered, really. You're spending half your career away, getting eaten, chefs
So a 4-day game, for example, the game starts at 11 and finishes around 6 p.m. We'll go in for breakfast at 8:30. Have that at the ground, have lunch at 1, and then we'll cook dinner like at home after that. Or if it's an away 4-day game, you have breakfast at the hotel, go to the ground, have lunch at the ground, and then we normally have like a buffet provided at hotels for dinners. So you don't have to worry about...
So you don't really get to eat out that much?
It depends. Like probably 50% of the away games, you get just like meal allowance and go out for dinner.
All right, so what's your go-to meal? Come on, talk.
As a cricketer, we eat a lot of Nando's because every town's got one, or every city you go to's got one, and it's easy, and you can somewhat make it healthy.
Do you have to have quite a strict diet then? Obviously, it's fitness-based.
Yeah, it's not over the top. We have skin folds and they take your heights and weights every few weeks, really. So skin fold's like a fat percentage test.
Yeah.
So we have that every few weeks, and if you're putting on weight, they can see it pretty quickly, and then you've got to go speak to the nutritionist. Luckily, I don't get too fat, so
you haven't had the
I'm not in fat club.
Fat club.
If you start putting on weight, then if you basically start getting unfit. We have 2K time trials and fitness tests and all that sort of stuff. So
and they send you to fat camp.
You just have to do extra running and extra bike sessions or whatever it is. So you try and stay somewhat fit, and then you don't have to do any of that. That's the worst.
Where are you off to next then? Because you got me on my day off down there.
I fly tomorrow morning to Hong Kong for the Hong Kong Sixes, which is a six-a-side. Effective. Have you ever heard of like the rugby sevens?
Yeah.
Like a festival like that?
Yeah, I've been to the sevens.
Okay, so it's like that, but for cricket. So they do it in Hong Kong. I fly out Tuesday. We train Thursday, play Friday, Saturday, Sunday for this festival.
Yeah.
And then fly back Monday.
So you get no time there to actually...
No, we're going to go on Wednesday. We're going to go to the horse racing at Happy Valley. And then we might have an evening, play some golf, socialise a bit. But yeah, it'll be short and sweet, busy, back next Monday. And then, I've got 2 weeks at home training leading up to the ILT20, which is in Dubai. I leave on the 26th of November. That tournament starts. Our first game's the 2nd of December, and the final's the 5th of January. So we'll have 5 weeks out in Dubai, which will be nice. And then I'm not too sure what post-Christmas. There's potential maybe to go to Cape Town.
It's quite a fast,
there's a few places to go to.
You find out quite last minute about a lot of these things, don't you?
Yeah.
Like I've had you come in here many times, kind of, I barely got in, or you don't get in between tournaments.
Yeah, literally. Just trying to find time, but it's fine.
What's like the most kind of last minute exciting thing you've had then? Because you've been thrown all over the world.
Yeah, so I was meant to be going start of this October on I don't know what the dates were, but it got to Thursday night, and on the Monday I was meant to be flying to Atlanta in America for a tournament which started the Wednesday. So I was flying out Monday, and I got a call on the Thursday night from a different tournament in Dallas, which was a bigger tournament, saying, can you fly tomorrow if we can get you a contract? Our first game is Saturday. This is on the Thursday. So I was like, right, I can, and I can cancel my trip to Atlanta for this other tournament because it was a bigger tournament.
Yeah.
So I called my agent and said, I've had this offer. So he then called the whatever team manager or whatever it was, league owner. And that was at 6 p.m. And by 10 p.m. we had a contract through. I signed the contract, they signed the contract. And then we have to get this thing called an NOC signed, which basically I have to sign it. The team I'm playing for have to sign it. Hampshire have to sign it to allow me to go for like insurance purposes. And the ECB, the English Cricket Board, have to sign it. If you don't have that signed by all four parties, you're not allowed to play in the tournament.
Oh, wow.
So they booked my flights that night to fly the next day on the Friday. And I was on the way to the airport, and I'd signed the NOC and the team I was playing for had, but Hampshire hadn't and ECB hadn't. So I got on the flight without that signed, hoping by the time I land, it would be signed so I could play the next day. And luckily my agent got it sorted and got everything signed by the time I landed. So in the 24 hours I had a contract sent over and signed, and then all the NOC signed. Plus fly 10 hours to Dallas in Texas to play that Saturday. And I was there for 10 days. But that was as quick a turnaround as I've had.
That's pretty crazy though.
Yeah.
To back up and just go to Dallas the next day.
Yeah.
And big up your agent for managing to get that sorted.
I know.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But that must be cool. Like, I don't know. I like them kind of thrilling, exciting, like just winging it moments.
One of the other Hampshire players was there playing for the same team as me. So it's nice. I got landed and got, I don't know, one of the drivers picked me up from the airport and took me to the hotel, and he was there waiting for me.
Ah, so you had a friendly face.
Yeah, there are a few English guys out there playing in the tournament. So it's nice to see some guys I knew.
Do you often like play with the same people when you go and do these foreign countries?
No, not at all, really. I had one of the guys with me in that team. I'm playing for the Dubai Capitals in the IL in Dubai, and I've got one of the Hampshire boys in my team, and then a couple of guys who I played at the Southern Brave in the 100 with, and a couple of guys, you know. In England, you play against all the other counties so much that you sort of make mates and you know guys anyway.
Yeah.
And then in Hong Kong this week, I'm playing for the England side. So there's seven of us guys from England out there from various counties. I'm from Hampshire, obviously, and then you've got a guy from Kent, Sussex, Worcester, Warwickshire, Yorkshire and Lancashire. So guys are from all over, really. So then we'll all fly. Some of us will fly from Heathrow, some will fly from Manchester, then meet in Hong Kong, have a week together there, and then go our separate ways again. See each other some point through the summer.
It must be tough on that side, like the not being with the same people, like kind of.
Yeah, you get used to it, and wherever you go, you have each tournament have their own rules. So for Hampshire, for example, we're allowed 2 overseas per team. So 9 of the guys are English, and 2 of the guys will be from wherever: South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan, India, wherever you sign players from.
Yeah.
So when I went to Dallas, you have 4 overseas players. The rest of the team are Americans.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to Bangladesh, you have 4 English players, and you've got the rest of the team as Bangladesh players. So whatever country you go to, you seem to like.
You're going to end up with a little circle.
Or in Dubai, you have to have 2 or 3 from UAE, and then the rest are from other countries. So we've got guys from Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, like all these different places.
Yeah.
All come together and play in the same team, which is quite nice. You see like different cultures and how different countries.
You've all got a similarity to get you talking.
Yeah, exactly that.
What countries had the best food that you've played in?
So it's so different. Like you go to places like Sri Lanka, and it's obviously curries and all of those sorts of things. Australia, that's very like English food. Dubai is good. You can sort of get anything.
Yeah. I imagine Dubai is just tailor-made
to whatever.
Yeah,
if you've got lots of Sri Lankans, they'll request their food. English people will request English food, and the teams are pretty good. They'll put buffets on with.
It sounds like you lot kind of get weighted on like hand and foot a little bit.
Not really.
I'm hearing drivers, chefs. Like it sounds like a lot.
You get looked after.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. It's good. It keeps you busy.
All right. I love music.
Yeah.
So what are you putting on in the car if you're going to a game? You're a bit stressed. You're trying to get yourself in the mood.
I don't really like listen to music on the way to games or like on the bus or like headphones off the bus.
What about in the gym?
In the gym, I just leave it to the strength and conditioning coach to put on whatever. In the car at the moment, it's just country music.
Country music.
Why, I don't know. But
that Dallas, the little trip to Dallas changed you. Country music and brisket now.
Exactly.
I think I've harassed you with questions enough.
No, that's fine.
You can just go about your day.
Thank you.